And now we are recording.
Alright, so how do you want to open it? We always open with something stupid.
Yeah, right? I mean, we had the fur in the butt.
I got fur on my butt!
And welcome back.
Is this from your cat or from your rabbit? I don't imagine your
Oh,
rabbit.
no, I don't think it's neither.
I don't imagine your
I don't
rabbit
think
being
it's-
on your bed.
I don't think it's either.
Okay, so where could it possibly go? You know what? I'm not even
Let's
gonna
just
question
move
about
on.
it.
Welcome back to another podcast. I'm Zain,
I'm Matt.
I'm Ryan.
and we're doing What's the Word, right?
Yep.
We're doing What's the Word, a new segment, and today we're going to find out what topic is going to be, actually. I'm sorry, what topic is going to be, and actually this time, Ryan, you're going to take the reins.
Okay.
You're going to
All right.
shuffle, and you're going to go ahead and pick a topic.
We were running a little low the last couple of weeks since we've been doing this, so we had to fill in some empty.
New topics.
Oh God, he picked one of
All
mine.
right, there we go.
Shoot.
Very fancy writing, Matt.
Very clearly.
Oh.
What constitutes a good anime dub? How would you decide the voice cast for a dub?
Cast.
Sorry.
So-
How would you decide the voice cast for a dub?
So, what makes a good good dub anime, and how do you go about picking a cast?
Good question.
Well, let's
Good question.
let's go first saying, what do you consider a good anime dub? Like Full Metal Alchemist, Dragon Ball Z. Like, what do you consider a good dubbed anime?
Not out of sync, first of all.
Yeah.
Okay, not out of sync.
I know, like, you know the new Naruto game that came out?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you know it's made to be, they animated them out to be, like, Japanese, right?
Mhm.
Whereas, when they translated to American.
I translated to American.
I speak English and American. Like,
I forgot. So
Totally.
Yeah. When they translated to English, American. This is America. You can see that obviously the voice actors do a phenomenal job, but it's not matching
right.
because sometimes they're talking a little bit, and obviously it's a hassle to animate everything and put it into a video game and do it again. Obviously,
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course.
like let's just go ahead and put it as close as possible.
And that's just an anime. I mean,
Mhm.
that's just a video game.
Yeah.
Imagine the anime, because obviously there's extra mouth animated movement,
Yep.
which means you have to match the dialogue for the movement of the mouths. Therefore, something that might be in the Japanese original sub might have been lost in translation in the English.
Yep.
So how do you go about combating
Actually,
that
I'm glad
problem?
you brought that up because I remember watching a video a long time ago about Dragon Ball Z, and in Japanese, they have their own jokes that Japanese people understand. You
Mhm.
know, they have their own dialogue. So when they bring it over to us and we dub it, they're kind of looking over. It's like, nah, that jokes doesn't land as hard here. So they have to change it up.
Mhm.
So some dialogue is changed. Obviously, not the main ones. You know, obviously not over 9,000. You know, that's not changed, but.
Well, we all know how that came
Some
out to
other
be.
jokes that, you know, Goku and Vegeta
It's a culture
banter
thing.
and stuff. Exactly. What works in Japan obviously doesn't work here.
And then what doesn't work here,
Doesn't
I
work
mean,
in Japan.
what works here won't work in Japan. Like, did you hear that Ruby, that one Rooster Teeth series that started here, it got translated into Japanese. I haven't had a chance to see what the sub looks like, but I can only imagine what the difference is when they have it at there than it is here.
Right.
So I don't know. How would you go about picking like certain cast members?
How would I go about picking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like maybe would it come down to certain experience, how much anime they've done, unique voice,
Well, definitely
you know?
experience. Obviously, voice acting experience. I mean, unless they have just the voice of God, then obviously.
Oh,
you're
sure.
Like,
Yeah, we can't all be Markiplier.
right? Oh,
I mean-
amazing.
I mean, if you ask me, I think it also comes down to not just the silkiness of this person's voice, but also the fact that they're extremely passionate about doing it.
Oh, of course.
That's at a real. You don't want to hire someone who just doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
I think range, because who's a good example? Vic Mignogna. He does Elric, I believe, in Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood, but he also does Tamaki from Ouran High School Host Club. And they're two vastly different characters, granted, very similar voice sounding, but he goes from comedy to very serious shonen. And if you're able to create that change and be able to adapt to different styles, I think that you become a huge hit when it comes to just English voice dubbing.
Yeah. A lot of people also can really tell if you're acting. That's really important. They can tell, even with the voice, they can tell if you're acting.
Or if it's just a job, then you're just here just to get the paycheck.
Yeah. Like, if you hear something like, you know how the sound, you know the voice of Lelouch Lamperouche from Code Geass, the English version?
Of course.
His voice is literally everywhere, and you always recognize it.
Oh, because it's Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah, Johnny Young Bosch.
Johnny Young Bosch does not have much of a for as famous as he is as a voice actor.
He's great.
He doesn't have that great of a range. Ichigo, Lelouch, that one character from Durarara, he everywhere. It's all the same voice. No offense to the guy, but it's all the same. That's like saying
it's like a typecast.
Yeah, it is a typecast. That's like saying every voice acting job you hear Mark Hamill do, it's always the Joker.
Yep.
Actually, that's not true.
I know it's not true.
Yeah, Mark Hamill does a lot.
He does more range, but
a lot of different.
For who we were talking about.
Yeah, sure.
That's like saying
for the
that's
same,
like saying he's
pretty much the
doing
same
Joker.
role. Let's just say that because they have anime voice. He has anime voice. Let's just say that he has anime voice.
I really liked him as Ozai.
Yes.
And it took me by surprise when I first realized that he was Ozai. I had to double take it.
Yeah.
Like I had to rewatch the episode. I'm like, oh snap, dude! You can hear the traces of Joker in there. That's why. And that's the one problem with Mark Hamill. It's like every voice he does that's villain, there's always that little trace of Joker in the back, especially when he laughs. It's like, oh yeah, that's identifiable. You know.
Yeah, he's been doing that for years. Of course, he's gonna stick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's just that's just who he is.
The reason you would hire Mark Hamill is because he's genuinely super he just loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it to death.
Yeah.
Oh
he
yeah.
loves that role.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the Killing Joke. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to the Killing Joke.
That, yeah.
I know.
So excited.
It's gonna be amazing.
I remember watching that video that got taken down due to whatever copyrights, Warner Brothers. Them going behind the scenes like Bruce Timm and that one other guy I can't remember, talking in depth of how they went about it. Because it's such a short book, they had to fill in gaps to make it like a 100 like a 120-minute movie or something like that.
Oh, they could totally do that.
They did it. They had to they filled in gaps for like Batgirl and Batman and Robin stuff so that they can actually give more depth to like Barbara Gordon and stuff.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
Yeah, that was incredibly interesting. Shall we move on to something else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Matt, your turn.
All right, my turn.
Go ahead and shuffle. Get another one.
Let's try to get 3 topics if we can.
Let's do that one. And this might have been mine too. Yep, it was mine.
Oh,
another
another.
question. Okay.
All right, and this is what I just wrote. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not with that pose you're making.
Yes.
Well, I say this because it's incredibly rude. Who do you most hate? And this can be a celebrity, a friend, an ex. It could be anyone.
Wow.
Who do you most hate?
Who do I most hate?
It could be someone we've never even met. It could be someone you have no affiliation with.
Good question.
Who do you most hate?
Ooh. Who wants to open?
we don't have to mention names. How about this? We'll give them an alias.
Okay.
So if I were to talk about a friend of mine, I would give them the alias of Jennifer. No association whatsoever. We can let's say she was very manipulative.
Jennifer,
in her ways.
that bitch.
Oh my god, you have no fucking idea. Jennifer was one of the biggest. And it all comes down to hindsight, man. When it comes, you always realize what they did to you or how they acted towards you after the fact. Why is it when you're in the moment that you realize this person's toxic to my health?
Yeah.
You know?
Jennifer, I hate your resting bitch face.
What the fuck?
He hates her as much as you, apparently.
Jesus, and
I fucking hate her.
And he hasn't even met the girl. Oh my god. Hey, it could be a guy. I could be calling the dude Jennifer.
Just for whoever it is.
Okay, we're just gonna continue on with Jennifer, and I'm just gonna say that I used to know this person, not intimately. There was a couple times where we were close, but ultimately, after the fact, turns out that she was very manipulative and very not condescending, but she was also very controlling. So after realizing this, I'm just like, how the fuck did I not see this? How the fuck did you get in my head so much that I let you get away with so much?
Yep.
So, Jennifer, you're a bitch.
Yeah,
I think Ryan covered that for you.
Yeah, right.
I mean, as far as hating somebody, I really actually don't hate anybody. I may dislike people, you know, going from like politicians to all these other people, but I really don't hate anybody genuinely yet. I guess.
No one's giving you good reason.
No one's really giving me a good reason because you know it's kind of like the karma thing. You know, if you're gonna be bad things are gonna happen to you.
Because
right?
Zain is such a sweet guy.
That's
really why it is.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
What about you, Ryan?
Everyone.
Okay,
Jesus.
all right.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and leave Matt.
I'm gonna just walk out that door and
No.
never see you again.
I'm just kidding.
The truth
Who
comes
do I
out.
hate? God, there's a laundry list for that.
Really?
Oh.
There is a laundry list.
Get out of here. You have a blacklist.
Of course I have a blacklist. It's not like I never hated people. I don't, in general, I don't hate anyone. But
good.
there are people I have come to hate over the years.
Over the years, so it's one of those build up.
Yeah. And
I get it.
totally, I mean, I guess I should share my personal story. I mean, I wasn't just harassed because of my race and stuff, but,
But that becomes a big issue.
yeah.
That becomes that's not something that can be ignored. Just something that
Oh,
you
of
know.
course. Well, what was worse is when you get bullied in school all the way through 12th grade.
Oh.
So, that really messes with your psyche.
Well, I'm sure.
And you
Of
start
course,
to-
nah, bullying is bad. It's
Yeah.
just the
Bullying's
worst.
bad. Okay.
Basically,
going.
after every day of someone telling you you're a loser, a loner, and a freak, it just gets old really fast.
Well, but then I would make the argument that wouldn't that help you to create a tough skin?
Not necessarily.
How so?
Because if you're getting beat up on a daily basis, how
Well,
are you going to
maybe
recuperate in an emotional
Well, not
way?
maybe beat up, but
No,
Well,
like
there-
emotionally.
the
Emotionally
answer is
beat
you
up.
don't.
If you're emotionally getting beat up and nothing is working
Mhm.
and no one's doing anything, nobody's doing anything
Well,
because
no,
the bully's
no one- I
hiding
would-
behind
no
the
one does
teacher.
anything.
I would sort of disagree because you know what? Now there are a few people that I strongly dislike. I would say hate is a very strong word in this instance, but
Jennifer, you bitch.
Jennifer, I still hate you. But
Okay.
okay. Anyway, there are people. You guys know I both play hockey, and
Yep.
over the years, you know, there's always going to be trash talk in any locker room, no
Of
matter
course.
what sport you play.
Of course.
But you know, with certain sports, I feel like it's more, it's stronger. Like the emotions behind it are more. I can't find the right word, but I was always one of those people, and I can sympathize with you, Ryan, that I was one of those that was always the butt end of the joke, and to a while, yeah, it would get to me, but a lot of the time, I would realize that these are just words. I would just one, ignore them, they don't affect me, and two, these guys are not gonna do nothing with their lives anyway after this point,
Mhm.
so why should I care what they say? And true enough, the ones that are the ones that caused me the most problems ended up not doing anything with hockey and ended up being a coach.
Mhm.
It's like, well,
Mhm.
you're a shitty person, you ended up not doing anything with your life, you deserve what you get.
That tends to be the trend.
Karma. Yep.
Yeah, it
That's
tends to be
always
the
a thing.
trend.
So when I say not, well, you don't necessarily have to create a thick skin, but I feel like maybe it's always a way to, you know, find something that it won't affect you anymore, you know, because it used to affect me and it always got me down, but then I just found a way that worked for me and it never affected me. It was like, you know, that old saying, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off me and onto you.
Yep.
I found that. I just found my way to do that. And I was able to manage through whatever years. That, and I usually stayed quiet. When you stay quiet and aren't talking, like you don't interact with them,
Mhm.
they tend to move on, you know? Because you're no fun, you know?
Quote unquote. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because if
They want you to get mad. They want you to
yeah,
get
they
mad.
want you to react. When
Yeah.
you don't react, then it doesn't, you know, offer them any satisfaction. You want to? I think we.
Zane, go
yeah,
for it.
yeah,
Go for it,
go
Zane.
for it.
Go!
I think we moved on from this question.
That was a healthy question there.
It was. I thought so. But I did warn you, it was a little rude.
All right.
Last question of the. This is another one of mine. Jesus.
Wow.
3. Wow. Where would you want to travel?
Oh.
Normal question.
Yep.
Normal question.
Right after all that hate and
After all that hate for Jennifer.
where would you love to travel?
Yeah.
It's nice to end things on a positive note.
Yes, indeed.
Alright.
How about you first?
Me?
Yes.
Go for it, Ryan.
Where would I want to go? Oh, I've already been there.
Oh, where was it?
Japan.
Oh, lucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
You bastard.
I
Where'd
went
you
for a
go in
week.
Japan?
I went to Tokyo and Kyoto.
Kyoto. Oh.
Is it nice?
It's very nice. People in Tokyo are depressed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why do you say that?
No,
That's just a general atmosphere you get, man.
Wow.
no,
It is
no
really
offense to the fans
depressing.
that we have in
Right,
Tokyo.
for some reason.
I mean, I love you, Tokyo, but my God, just like smile for God's
My
sake.
girlfriend's sister, Amanda's going to Tokyo and spending it with family over there for about next
well,
week.
just let her
Actually,
know people are depressed.
in
so.
Tokyo. I don't remember.
No, don't tell her that.
I don't
tell her that.
remember where she said she was staying, but she's gonna be traveling quite a bit, and with a friend no less. So she will have company.
So at least, yeah.
I want to go to the Japan. I want to. Okay, I want
Is
to
that
check
where
out.
you would love to go?
It would be on my list. It would be on my top 5. I would like to check out Hiroshima and Nagasaki for the sake of the
Ooh.
historical
Oh, nice.
aspect. But if I wanted to go for like pure fun or whatever, I'd probably go like the heart of Tokyo or something.
Cool.
They have an entire mall dedicated to anime. They have an entire store dedicated to Gundam.
Wow.
Pokemon everywhere.
Wow. Anime Wonderland, right?
Seriously, man, I kid you not. There's an entire place that's dedicated to nothing but like figures. All right. What about you?
Me, well, now that you mentioned that, that jumped up on the list. I want to go there. I've been wanting to go actually visit where my girlfriend's parents are from too, from Mexico, I believe. And she tells me that Mexico City and Salvador and all of that is amazing.
Central America?
Yeah, Central.
I've heard
America
some good
goes.
things about
Oh.
Central America. Yeah.
My mom mentioned New Zealand. That's pretty much where all the
Ah,
Lord of the Rings stuff, you know.
New Zealand,
Yeah.
dude. That's a whole day like flight, dude.
Yep.
I think that's over 24 hours.
It is. It is. You're
Why would you
crossing
want to
the-
put yourself through that misery, man?
Well, and then obviously visit back my home country, India. I haven't been there in a long time, and that's more than a day flight.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah. I wouldn't mind checking out France. I wouldn't mind going back to Italy. I went there once when I was a child.
Are you Italian?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
When we went, I was maybe I want to say less than 7 years old. I want to say maybe 5 or
Ah.
6.
You have family back
And
there?
I spent it with some cousins.
Okay.
We checked out Rome, checked out Pisa. We went and
Cool.
saw a couple of landmarks. I would want to see. I said Italy. I said France. I wouldn't mind seeing the UK. The UK sounds pretty cool.
Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, the pyramids.
I wouldn't mind seeing some of the landmarks across the world.
Nile
The
River and all
the
that
wonders
stuff.
of the world. Yeah.
Taj Mahal.
I wouldn't mind seeing Japan, and then there was one more. I can't remember.
I can beat all your lists.
Sure.
I want to travel to hell.
Do you want to be like Dante traveling through the 9 different rings,
7 circles of
7 circles of hell, and then be like, "Hey, what up, bitches?
right. I'm in 1. Now
Where's
I'm in
Lucifer?
2.
Yeah. Hey, say hi to Dante and Virgil for me.
Yeah, I
will
mean,
ya?
I would settle for purgatory, but I would like to travel to
It
hell.
reminds me of that little joke that I heard of a comic. I remember one guy was like, "Welcome to hell," and then he's like, "Why am I in hell?" It's like, "Well, it looks like you cheated on your test and you failed it. That's why you didn't study, so you're in hell. But you're only in first circle of hell." And then he's like, "Oh, well, at least it's only the first circle." "No, that's the hottest. You would have known that if you studied for your science test."
Wasn't that Happiness in Sinai?
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
they're funny,
they're
dude.
Funny, dude. They're
Alright.
funny. I laugh.
I think with that we are out of time.
Yes, we're out of time. We're gonna call it. Interesting topics. It went from
It went from anime
anime to hate to
to
love.
Yeah,
Ish, kinda.
yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
It was
I'm
all
sorry.
over the place, but that's what you get with what's the word with the random topics. If you guys have any suggestions, of course, write them in the comments, and we can actually go ahead and put that in the podcast.
Definitely.
With that, I'm Zain.
I'm Matt. I'm sorry.
He's I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I totally spaced out for a second. Let us know your thoughts on these particular topics in the comments below as well, just so that we can see what you guys' thought process was. You know, because we're clearly people without souls.
Apparently, Orion apparently wants to travel to hell. He has a whole list of blacklist. Damn.
And I have a deep hatred for Jennifer.
And fuck you,
public-
Jennifer.
yeah,
And with
Public
that,
announcement: Jennifer is a bitch. Everyone know that Jennifer's a bitch.
Fuck you, Jennifer.
with
Fuck
that,
you.
with that, we'll call it a day.
call it a day. See you guys next time.
See ya.
You bitch.
Oh my god.
Bye.